Welcome back to another episode of On and Andrew, where family's everything.
Until it's not. Oh, hallelujah. The day has arrived. We're back in the
Listen,
mountains of Utah.
we a barn with over the top table settings and
I
couture
love the table setting,
and
by the way.
beautifulness was better than a full season of every show we've seen since Salt Lake came off the air. Like we got
What?
so much in the 1 hour.
So much. And you know what? When they first came out with a few years ago, we're going to Salt Lake. I thought, you're going to Salt Lake City? Like, what's in Salt Lake City? Oh, everything.
Lisa Barlow,
Just
Heather Gay,
everything.
Meredith Marks, they're all in Salt Lake City. That's what it was.
Mary Cosby. Oh my gosh. What is Whitney's last name?
Rose.
Oh, Whitney Rose. Oh, that's right. That's why she's got the roses all over. And Angie, I only know K because it is a
Angie
funny
K.
name. It's Angie K.
Yeah.
And we have Bronwyn.
Angie Capone.
No, it's different than that. It's like Capilopoulos or something. It's Greek. Yeah. So I
Angie
love
Gotti.
I went. There is a little bit of gaudy, Gotti in Angie.
Of course there is.
Yeah, there is. Even though she has nothing to do with the Greek mafia, she could fit in with that realm.
Why didn't we see her husband the whole episode? We didn't see many of the husbands at all.
No, we didn't see any.
Just
Did
John
we?
Barlow on Watch What Happens Live.
I love John Barlow. He's sweet. You know what though? We saw the husbands in the opening.
Yes.
Like they're in everybody's scene, except for Mary Cosby's husband is not. Anyways, I love they opened with the Queen herself.
The opening was epic.
Epic. The way
The money they must have put behind that.
I love the drone shots into their house, into
Amazing.
them. Like literally, we're coming into your home, right from the sky, boom, from the satellite down into your home.
And some of the homes don't have
there.
furniture, Whitney.
She just bought it, which is pretty good. Well, we don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
Exactly.
Yeah. I
Maybe
love
they
that
spent
it
all the
started.
Wild Rose Beauty bath bomb money on the house and none on the furniture.
I know. I thought to myself, this episode should be called the Battle of the Bath Bombs.
Meredith should have said, listen, I'm going to let you sell your bath bombs because then maybe you can get a couch.
Listen, Mary's recovering. Good old Mary Marks.
Meredith?
She's recovering. She had to have her boobs reduced again.
Because her boobs grow.
I love that. And the way Heather sat there and goes, it doesn't matter how
it's like James and the giant beanstalk, but it's Meredith and the giant boob growth. Like, it's like.
It just won't stop. I know one person that had a breast reduction because they were too big, and hers did grow back too.
Oh, I have a couple friends that got breast reductions. Yeah.
Did they grow back?
I think it's too soon.
Oh, okay. Mine all grew back. Not mine. My friends who I know has grown back. I will say I kind of enjoyed the new pairing of Angie and Mary Cosby. It was kind of sweet for now. I hope
the rollout of how they became friends over you have some lipstick and then did you notice? Okay, so I watched back. Like before it aired, I was watching the end of the reunion from last year.
I watched so much Salt Lake this week.
It makes so much more sense now that I feel like I know what's on the other side, what came of it. When you watch back, like them talking about Jen Shah and like the impact that Jen had on Monica and the comparison with Heather and the and Heather's black eye and all that. I think that it makes a lot more sense now as to why the women were so against Monica. It wasn't Monica per se. It was how close Monica was to acting like and resembling Jen Shah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you, I watched a lot of Salt Lake this week. And when you watch the complete series of Salt Lake, like I did this week, because it was on every single day on Bravo, and every day I was home, it was on in the background, even if I wasn't paying attention. They all did, without a doubt, last year have PTSD from Jen Shah.
That's what I'm saying.
Jen Shah is, because she's still alive, is a horrible person. She was horrible, and nobody ever called her out. Really,
that's why I think they were so strong about Monica, because they felt like she doesn't scare us like Jen did,
because she doesn't have money behind her.
But she's just as toxic as Jen was. So
And even more
therefore,
evil.
yeah,
Monica was more evil than Jen.
therefore we're going to get her out quick because we don't know how much she could influence what we do and what we say and how we operate down the line. And we know what happens when we're intimidated with someone like that. And that's what
Yeah.
happened with Jen. So instead of us
Mhm.
taking our chances on Monica, we're going to cut her to the curb,
Cut her to the curb. We're gonna kick her to the curb
kick her to the curb,
fast.
cut her loose.
Yeah. Well, but she
And,
did some, she was, she
but
was,
not that much more than what some of these other housewives have done.
I understand. And so looking back in like I said, the complete series, Monica was getting a lot of their frustration that they had at Jen, but they couldn't give it to Jen because she got sentenced after they
And she's in
filmed and
jail.
everything, and she's in jail. So they're giving it somewhere else. It was redirected.
Yeah. And in a way, they feel this power. But I wonder if Jen was sitting on the couch if they'd feel that power.
No, they wouldn't, because she
Exactly.
seemed to have had a spell over all of them, a little black magic. I will say Heather looks great, fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah, and you know what? She's owning it. And it was funny when when they were talking about Mary, said, "Oh, she loves me now. I just had to get skinny for Mary to love me." That's what Heather said. She goes,
I
"Last
thought
year
she
I
was going to
was."
say, I went from inbred to no bread.
All right. Well, we had a new housewife arrive. I did that. What's it
Hard.
like this? How do you do
Did you
it?
like her costume?
Was it a costume or was it a
No.
couture?
Listen, the meaning
It
behind the
was
word
a
costume was accurate.
it was a
Theme.
costumey couture outfit.
It was a themed outfit choice for a themed party, and the outfit she chose was couture.
Here's
But
the thing. It's couture in that it is a three of a kind
fine,
from
yes,
Saint Laurent. Okay. And there are only three in the world. One's in a museum, one's getting Rihanna's, who knows? I don't see her needing it in Jamaica. And Bronwyn has it.
they sell one that looks like it at Walmart. By the way,
Probably because if you ever watch The Devil Wears Prada, first you have the runway, then it gets mass marketed. Then next thing you know, that look is in a bin at
I'm gonna
Walmart.
wear it to the
Yeah.
Halloween parade.
Oh, boo to you. I mean, it was interesting. It was Valentine's Day. And it was outside, it was fur. It fit in with the theme almost perfectly if you're going to go high couture. And it was better than New Girl Britney's. What did Mary say it was? A bunch of German Shepherd clippings that had been
Yeah,
dyed. It was a bad coat, but she said it was a grandma's. It's probably got dry rot. It's falling apart at the seams.
probably
Yeah, and Girl
not
Britney.
Osmond, not Osmond
Not,
approved.
not Osmond approved. I'm going to tell you, new girl Brittany, she was the new Angie in a lot of ways. So next year, new girl Brittany could be Mary's best friend.
Listen,
Because last year she didn't know who Angie was. Who are you? Don't sit near
I
me.
have
And
a
now
feeling
she loves
Bravo brought
Angie.
Brittany and Bronwyn on together. Bronwyn sticked and got a diamond. A
Yeah,
snowflake.
and Brittany
And
doesn't.
Brittany now, and that's why they edited her this way because they know
And
that she's
she's
not going to
not
get a
the
lot of
real
airtime.
deal. Yeah,
She
yeah, yeah.
reminded me of Barbara from the one season of New York, the construction lady.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I can see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, I also thought of that woman who was one season in the OC that would talk about, oh gosh, what was her name?
Dana
Uh,
Wilkie,
no,
25,000.
Dana, that was Beverly Hills. I said
Oh yeah.
OC.
Oh, the one that
Similar
had the
though.
house that Gina's selling.
No, that's a different one. That's a different girl. This girl was
Elizabeth.
probably about 10 years ago. That was Elizabeth Vargas. This this girl was about 10 or 12 years ago, and she was the one that's first started saying that she had to put on her glasses to read her Tinder tweets or something. She was
Oh,
a little bit heavier. She played golf. I can't think of her name, but somebody out there remembers she is. She
okay.
was only one season.
Okay.
That's who she reminds me of. That's who she reminded me of. But that Brittany's banging an Osmond.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she's a real bad Mormon.
Oh, yes, she
But
is. Yes,
I'm
she
going to
is.
tell you, when she said she was stealing the bread, and putting it in her purse. And Mary Cosby.
There he goes. It wasn't that long ago. When's she carrying a purse?
Yeah, it's like you don't carry a purse when you're little. So I guess she just started doing that. And I thought
I
that was
laughed
so
out
funny.
loud.
I did too. It was so funny to me. I loved, I want to say I watched it several times. Andrew only watched it once, he told
Once, yeah.
me. Um, I enjoyed it so much because there really was no lag time. There
None.
was no,
I love
and
the flashbacks, the way they did it.
yeah, this what happened 2 weeks ago. This happened 7 days ago. This week, so you knew without getting dragged into all of these stupid conversations. They just filmed a little bit with Angie and Whitney.
And I liked
They
it better than
filmed,
like when they normally do, like they hype it up and then they're like 3 days earlier. And then you have to
yeah,
watch everything and then the scene continues. I liked it more that they pulled out the small conversations and then came us right back.
yeah. So we could see how it all flowed. Oh, I loved it.
I also don't think it
Oh,
was a
I'm
big deal that
sorry.
Angie
I need my
told
Diet
Whitney.
Coke.
I don't think it's a big deal that Angie told Whitney that Lisa had a problem with her. Like, we're acting as if she did something really bad. She
No,
didn't do
I know,
really
but
bad.
no, but it was perfect. I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
tell you, it was perfect. And I love how there's so much conflict. Like Mary is mad at Whitney, and a lot of this is drag over. And then the previews at the end. I mean, who is giving them all up again? Who is recording? Who has gone down this rabbit hole of turning on them? Like again, I don't know. Who can it be? I mean, is
I
it
don't
Bronwyn?
know.
Because on Watch What Happens Live, Lisa Barlow they said, who's the biggest villain of this season? And Lisa Barlow said, I'd have to say Bronwyn. So that's sort of interesting because we just way jumped ahead.
Did you notice that they called Monica Reality Von Tease? I don't think they're allowed to say Monica's name.
Oh, really?
I think
Oh,
she's
I
saying, I
didn't
don't want my
catch
name
on that.
said.
Oh,
So let's see if
maybe.
we hear them say Reality Von Tease more. Because we didn't hear the word Monica
Oh,
once. When Heather brought up Reality
oh,
Von Tease, she goes,
maybe. I
Reality
didn't
Von
catch that.
Tease.
Oh, well, that could be. So what is this, season 5? And as Meredith Marcus has had 5 houses, correct?
Yes.
Now, watching back at the old Salt Lake, when Jen Shaw was going to have to move her house, I mean, it was overwhelming to me that she would have to move because there was so much stuff and
Oh, yeah.
downsize. And what's it like for Meredith Marks to have to move every single year?
I think she has a
And
big storage unit.
and the rumors and the
Walk-in
nastiness
closets.
must be hard to pack away. That's all
I
I could
agree.
think of. Yeah, I can't believe that she has to do it. Now, was Angie brilliant with the scroll? I mean,
Brilliant.
that was almost, and they all thought it was ridiculous. And I'm thinking, this is like a classic housewife moment right now
Oh,
with the
yeah.
scroll. I mean, just bing, there it is, the
But that's
scroll.
why
I
Meredith
loved
didn't
it.
give it much attention, because Meredith knows if you give it any attention, it sticks. So
Oh
she
yeah.
just, I'm not engaging.
She was so good. I actually loved the whole scroll. And I love how Lisa got up and did her toast. I want to say I love my girlfriends, but I don't love podcasts.
I mean, it was so, and she's like, right, Whitney? Right? Right, Whitney? Okay. It's like
I'm
these
trying
women
to
are just,
swallow and laugh at the same time, and I can't. I just thought it was such a good episode.
it was
Like
amazing.
pure enjoyment, almost a standalone. You almost didn't even have to know anybody. They filmed this episode like you could walk into the series, and
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
there are people who are walking into it because they were airing all of the grievances and and I
Flashbacks too. They were giving context to the things you didn't
yes,
know.
yeah, they were totally giving a lot of context. Now, Bronwyn was giving me a vibe. I don't know if she's going to end up like the Bronwyn on the OC, that she left her husband for a lesbian. Remember, she came out as a lesbian.
Oh, yeah, but
During I
I
never
think
heard the name Bronwyn ever in my life. Have you?
she spells it differently.
Oh,
No.
does she? But they say it the same.
The OC one was AW, hers is just an O.
Oh, okay, whatever. Don't give Mary Cosby any meat, by the way, because it's gonna live in her colon for a decade or so.
Mary Cosby is insane.
Funny. Yeah, she is insane, but she's funny. Now she's getting a divorce too, right?
Oh yeah, I can't wait for the scene where she tells her son, "Your dad is also your great grandpa, and he's now my ex." Is he still? So my question is she is her Mary's husband is now her going to be her ex-husband.
So
Is he her ex-grandpa?
is is son Robert, husband Robert's child? We're
I
sure of
think
this.
so. Yeah,
Are we sure of this?
we have to
Are
look.
we sure? Are we sure I mean, are we sure? Somebody can tell us. Are we sure?
I'm looking right now.
Um, and I, you know what, I will agree with Angie is that anybody who's had rented 5 homes, 5 different homes in 5 years shouldn't be encouraging anybody to sue anybody and get their house. I did agree with Angie on that. And Whitney, is it her voice that's starting to annoy me, or is it always annoying? Or is it just that I've heard that little
She
girl's
had it
voice?
with Robert Sr.
Oh, okay. But Whitney's voice is annoying me to no end.
Oh, but it's always been that way.
Yes, I know, but now it's annoying me. Like before it didn't, but for whatever reason, she's starting to annoy me now. I is okay. Here's the question of the day: Is Whitney Rose a liar?
I think they're all liars.
I think so too. I mean, okay, we got to talk about the last scene. Andrew only watched it once, and I admit I went back and watched the last 7 to 10 minutes 12 times, which takes time. I want you to know. Um, I watched it on my streaming service on my phone while I was waiting to get my car fixed. I mean, I watched it on my laptop again. I watched it at home on the big screen. It was so good the last 5 minutes.
Oh
It
yeah.
was the editing was just boom, 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 boom. It was
It
so
was
good
edited.
of every single person. Now, these are some of the lies. I wrote them down. Whitney's never lied, yet she lied about the about somebody and their vagina. I listened to it 12 times and I don't know what they were talking about. Unauthorized use of talking about her vagina, according to Heather, and then talking about her book. And Mary lied about in Whitney lied about Mary's father's memorial. And Whitney lied about Mary being a predator and running
Oh
a
yeah.
cult. And Mary lied about, not Mary, Whitney lies about all of them having affairs with different men. And the list went on and on and on. And there were so many accusations flying across the room. I was trying to slow it down. I put on the closed captioning. It got inaudible is what comes up. Inaudible
Yeah, it
because
was
they were
hard. They were
talking
like
so
throwing
much.
everything. I think almost everything that they accused her of is also true though, too.
Well, Mary Marks, yes, but I don't think
Meredith, why do you keep
Lisa.
saying Mary? It sounds like
Mer
Mary. Stop saying that.
Okay, all right, Meredith. All right, I'll say
Yeah.
Meredith. Yeah. You know what it is? I also watched Sister Wives this week,
Oh
which
God.
falls back into the whole Mormon Salt Lake City because they're also in Utah, the Sister Wives.
Yeah.
And one of them's name is Meredith, but they call her Mary. And so I
Um,
think that's where I'm falling into that.
I just think that they like wanted to look for an issue. Their storyline, the producers clearly put it together. I don't think it went down that way. No one would have sat there and let them take it like that if that's how it went. Like if that's how it actually went down.
I just want to say if anybody wants me to do a Sister Wives podcast, let me know because I could talk about them all day. But I digress.
Okay. Um, so what do you think is to come this season?
Oh, all kinds of that. We have someone who is going to be recording them.
Oh yes.
And it's gonna be nasty. They're gonna be turned on. What did you think about Whitney saying you weaponized my trauma? Is that even a thing, weaponizing trauma?
Yes. Yes, but
Okay, in what context?
I think that what she's not saying is that like there's a level of truth to Whitney being like, I'm helling, I'm helling, I'm helling. Um, and what are you do like what is being healed?
Yeah, I don't think she's showing any growth.
No, like she probably is growing, but I think it's that self growth that the world doesn't need to know about yet. You're not
Oh,
you're not
oh, that's
growing enough
interesting. I
that
like
the
that.
world can see the difference.
Yeah.
So keep doing you, and eventually you might be able to say, "Wow, look at where I'm at compared to where I was." But like if you're like trying to show your growth like minute by minute, don't be upset when people don't see it because like why would they? It's not their journey.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. And you know what? I don't think this is just me personally. If I was going through that much trauma and recovery and realizing I'd had all this abuse and trying to
Yeah.
recover from it, I don't know if I'd be also public about it. I understand that you have to talk to people about certain things
It was her
to
storyline on the show.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is I don't think it's necessarily a healthy recovery to share it so publicly.
I don't think anyone that's truly trying to recover is even on a show like this.
Oh, well, there you go. I've never had to recover from anything.
Well, yeah,
Um,
that's a matter of opinion.
I know,
Just because you haven't wanted to, that's
That's
like it
true.
doesn't mean you're not a
I don't
nut
want
that's a
to.
little cracked.
I've come to the conclusion that I am who I am,
Exactly.
and who I am
I
needs no
am who I
explaining.
am, and who I am needs no
Needs no explaining.
explanation.
Yes, that's how I feel. That's how I'm starting to feel. You either like
I
me or
beat
you hate
my
me.
own
And
drum.
yes, I love that song. I think it's a great song. I also want to say it was sort of epic when Lisa Barlow smashed her glass. Nobody really
Ah,
caught on to it until later. They were like, "What's that?" And then she had to start drinking water.
she was so funny. They were like, "What's going on?" And then she's like, "Sorry, sorry." It was like so Teresa when they were like when she threw the drink against the wall, like when they were talking about Switzerland before they went to like I don't know where'd they go that time, Ireland, yeah.
Yeah, Ireland. Yeah, yeah. That was a
Dolores,
good
she got
trip.
all mad, and then
Yeah.
Dolores got up. Yeah, it's the same thing. Who's your mess?
Oh, who? I thought Whitney was a little bit messy.
Oh no, what did she
Who?
do?
Oh, I mean,
Whitney
I could
sat there
say,
and took it.
yeah, but it's the way she does stir the pot. She
Marissa
does.
was a mess.
Who's Marissa?
Costume girl,
No, Brony.
Marissa. No, the girl that said it to her, Brittany. Sorry, Marissa.
Brittany. I was gonna
Brittany.
say, who's Marissa?
I
It
don't
was
know.
Brittany. Yeah, she's a mess, but in a nice, funny way. Like a kind of a yeah, Brittany reminded me of like a girl who doesn't have any wealth, didn't grow up with any
Yeah,
money,
and she had
and
word
is
vomit. And she clearly didn't watch the
and
show and know who Mary Cosby was before she sat down next to her and started
yes,
saying
but
stupidity.
there was a part of her that was a little trashy, you know,
Yeah.
but for whatever reason, she had found herself in a circle of money that she didn't belong. Monica-ish that way. Where like last year, Monica didn't have money and
Yeah.
was trying to fit in with these women,
I
and
don't think
she
all of them
couldn't.
have money though, either. I don't think so.
Who doesn't have money in this
Whitney,
group?
I don't think has a ton of money.
Whitney got money. Look at her new house. She
She's
has
been on the
money.
show for 4 years.
Yeah, I know, but so she's got money now.
Maybe, but
Yes.
not money like we talk about with some of
But
these
Heather has
housewives.
money, self-made.
Yeah.
Lisa has money. I don't know. Meredith Marks doesn't have a house. So the rumors and
I think Angie
nastiness.
has real money.
Yes, I do.
I think that Mary has real money.
Mary Cosby. Yeah, because she's been stealing from the till
And
at
then
the
I think the
church.
others have all been like making money as the show's gone on. I don't know how much they really have in excess. With
Don't you
all
think
that,
don't you think Lisa has had money for a while?
she's had a lot of bankruptcies with her businesses. Like there's
Oh,
been
we have
a lot
a
of different things.
bankruptcy and
I
businesses
know.
is different than personal,
I
because that's
know.
how you protect your business is
Totally.
separate from your own wealth. So you
I know.
draw a thing. So I mean, I don't know how
We
many
don't really know.
bankruptcy
There's no
has she
Lisa
had.
Vanderpump. There is no there is no I don't know, let's think who's someone that has like money. There's
Well, I
no
want to tell you, no,
Countess, there's no Ramona, there's no Jill Zarin
they're
that had
true,
money before they came on the show. Like
but these women bring it with
those
clothes.
women, these women, those women, those women.
The women on Salt Lake bring it with clothes like nobody else
Everything.
does.
Everything. They bring it. They bring it.
Everything they bring personality, they bring conflict, they bring an earthiness, which is so strange for such hoity-toity women, but
Hmm.
they're a little bit more Americana in a weird way. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're more normal. They're more suburbs. They're less like, they're more relatable.
Well, kind of like in a Jersey way. Like
Yes.
Jersey, but Jersey is still the Northeast and we have a
It's like
certain
Potomac too.
way.
You don't watch Potomac, but it's very
Yeah.
similar
Okay. All
because
right.
it's not
But
in a major market, like, but they're like outside of a bigger city and they can just be themselves. There's not as much paparazzi. They can just do what they want. It makes a lot more sense. Like OC
yeah.
too is like that without Heather.
Yeah. But the women in the OC do not dress like
No, no,
those Park City ladies.
not
I
at
mean, they're
all.
calling them Salt Lake, but it's really Park City. They all have fat, and you know what it could be also? Um, Everything looks more substantial in the winter. So
Totally.
they're wearing boots and they're wearing fabulous
Fur.
minks and big hats, where
Yep.
the other gay ladies in the OC just got like a little tank top because it's
Exactly.
hot. So that could
Totally.
be it. But I
I
am so looking forward to this season.
Same.
It was my Super Bowl.
I loved it. Loved
I
it.
did
Follow us,
too.
like us, comment, subscribe. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.